started, the little sausages. Honestly. Oh. And I've still got minutes to spare. And I've got a couple of minutes, but it's a good job I always do these testers beforehand, because we had a gremlin moment. Little devils, honestly. I mean, fancy them doing that to me. Aye. Oh, it's because I went on Facebook earlier. That's what it is. And then I've come over to my YouTube, and then look at that. Gremlins are coming to get me. Absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. So, hello. I'm going to just do a really quick craft with you. Very, very quick first. And then I'm obviously going to do something else, obviously. I'll just wait for everyone to come on now to say hello to me. The whole thing is I'm going to go from that to that, basically. How to turn that into that. Dead easy. Promise. Hello, Michelle. Hi, Sylvia. Mom's had her x-ray. Thank you all for asking. I've got to wait for 2 weeks now, basically, for the results, as you do. Hopefully it'll come through nice and quick for her. But yeah, so I'm going to show you something really quick before I crack on with the card, because you know me, I don't stick to an hour. We go off on tangent unless I've got to stick to an hour. Oh, that's still a bit wet. There we go. So yes, so I'll just wait for people to log on, because I'm early. So there we go. At least I know things are working. Hi, Lou. Yes, we're all good. Tickety-boo. I had a gremlin moment, so I logged on earlier because I'd done Facebook earlier. I think it had a moment and said, what am I doing? So I then thought, oh, well, I'll just come on to stream as you do. Hi, Helen. Hi, Susan. Hi, Deborah. So I came on to stream, and lo and behold, it went upside down and roundabout, so I had to come off and come back on again. Oh, hi, Marie. Mom had her x-ray. Thank you, Marie, for asking. Hi, Lim. She had her x-ray. She got about 2 weeks for her results. She's had both of her hips x-rayed. Dibs on the tags. Well, the tags. Bless you. Hi, Chris. Forgot. It's all right. Don't worry. There's always catch up anyway. It's not, it's not compulsory. You have to turn up. So basically, I've got some old tags. And I thought, oh, it's a shame to just, throw them away and that. So I thought, like what you've saved from last year, because if you're like me, you save everything from last year. So I've turned that into that. So I'm going to very quickly show you before we crack on with a nice decent card, yeah, just how to turn your old tags into. I've done a little bit of a step-by-step guide. So if you've got loads of old tags, like I say, I have started a little bit early, but you know me, I'll go with it. If you've got some old tags and you think to yourself, well, I don't really want to do, oh, to say, oh, bless you. I love to see you guys too. Well, your name's scrolling across my screen. It's nice when I can see you face to face. Hi, Keith. So yeah. So here's what we do. Hi, Sarah. You get your old tags, no matter what they are. Like I say, these are very flimsy card. How's Mum? Mum's good. Thank you for asking. She had, I know, twice in one day. Double bubble today, isn't it? So Mum had her x-ray. She's got about 2 weeks. Hi, Diane. Oh, wavy hands emojis. Yeah. So she got about 2 weeks for the results. So thank you for asking. So hi, Jam. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Diane. Oh, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And if I have, hello to you, because things go and disappear on my screen because I haven't got my little pad over there. I've got stamps, and I've been trying colours out. This is the theme for the card later. I've decided on a colour. But anyway, so this is recycling basically. So we're gonna have a very quick faff about, shall I say. So old tags, these like I say, if you're like me and keep things from Christmases or birthdays and that, you think to yourself, oh, I'm going to recycle them. Well, you can turn them into that. Now, all I've done is painted. Hi, Sylvia Dibbs. That's her new nickname now. She needs to change her name to... Hi, Jackie. Oh, you're going to have definitely going to have a laugh tonight, that's for sure. You're going to definitely, hello to everybody. Oh, bless. Everybody's inspired. Oh, my God, talking of inspirational, have you seen in the groups what people are posting with those backgrounds? OMG, you're putting me to shame, you guys are. Wow. Yes, we know. You've already done. Mum's had her x-ray. She's got about 2 weeks. Thank you, Rudy, and welcome. Yeah. So there you go. But so anyway, off tangents. How amazing are your cards? My goodness me. I'm so glad I'm helping you on your journey. Thank you for watching, and thank you for sort of understanding how I'm showing you things, because your work is outstanding. you know, I just want to give you that at the minute, because your work is totally outstanding. So, you know, that is for you guys. Bless you. Oh, hello. Jumped out the shower. PJ's on. Hugs to mum. Thank you. It's okay, hello. No worries. Tracy, lovely for you to join me. So, a very quick make. We're going to recycle old tags into, ta-da! Now, I have put, I don't know if you can see this, I've put some of that expanding foam on. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Agaith. I'm glad you learn. That's the main thing. That's what it's all about. So, old tags. This is the most flimsiest bit of paper ever. So, it just proves if you put yourself a good backing or a good start point, you'll create... I have obviously put a bit of card on that just to do your to and from nonsense, but we've got a bit of rigidity on it. So, I'm just going to do a quick step-by-step guide, and I will do some finishing touches, because there's one I haven't finished, but I will. So, you get your tag. Ta-da. You pop on some acrylic. Now, I've obviously got some Lavinia vanilla custard chalk paint, acrylic paint, and popped it on. So shall I show you there? Disappointed from my husband still. Oh, okay, bless you. Hi, Ali. So this is just a quick one. So I have got a stencil brush, which I've particularly done for this. So I'm just going to give you a quick show, just so you can see to get to that, yeah? So I've just given it a good shake, and I'm taking the lid off. That's all I'm doing. Leaving. Oh, let me just put that. It's decided to have a little bit of a moment, hasn't it? Well, at least you've got eye drop. I know sometimes it's one of them, isn't it? You just want to run before you can walk, maybe. So hopefully things get sorted for you. It's just difficult. It's frustrating when you need to do things and you want to crack on with your life, isn't it? I totally understand that. Totally. So there you go. There is no nicety to this. Let me just put that down there. I'm one of the messiest crafters out there, I'm sure of it. So, there you go. Look at that. So we've covered the image over with that acrylic paint. Now, if you don't want to use a cream and you want to use a white, go for it. If you've got sort of, I don't know, maybe a nice pale blue. Maybe a pale green, pale brown, whatever. Just pop yourself that down. Got my hair making a mess already. I haven't even like blinked and we're off. Let me just get that off that stencil brush, because it is acrylic paint and we do not want to get that dry on that. So I've just cleaned that. Oh, sweet. We're all sending you hugs. I also want to send a big hug out to Marie's husband. Big hugs, lots of loves and kisses and everything else that goes with it. So there we go. So there you go. Look, I've cleaned that. Nice as pie now. There we go. So, yeah, Chris, I'm sure with all of us lot backing you, sending you loads of hugs and kisses and everything, you're going to be good. So, you let that dry, or you can get the heat gun on it. There you go. Big hugs for Chris. Mwah. I have to have a laser trip. Oh, wow. Well, as long as we keep you going, that's the main thing. I'm over here. No, I'm only joking. Bless you. Oh, sweetheart, just keep us updated, and we'll send you as many hugs and kisses as we can, sweetheart. All right. But I've put it out into the ethos over in Uju land. A big hug and a big virtual hug for you. Okay, there we go. Okie dokie. Bless you, Marie. Mwah. Thinking of you, actually, sweetheart. Bless you. Okay, so you put your paint on. That's what you end up with, yeah? So we've still got the same tag. All I've done is gone over it. And where you can see that old bit, when you let it dry, just put another layer on it. And then all I've done then, here we go with the next tag. So what I've done on this tag is I've put on some elements. So, oh, let me just get some colours so you can see what I'm doing. So I got myself Sundance and Truffle. Got my brush, you know, me mix it up, mix and match nonsense. And then I just added a little bit of colour. So just to show you in real time. There we go. Dib, dab, dab, dub, 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 dub. Put it where you want at the end of the day. Just remember, don't be shy to put the colour on. Yeah. Water takes it away if you put too much on. So that's your truffle. Sundance. Let's do a little bit of that. Yeah, why not? There we are. Woohoo. There we go. Hi, Julia. Let's put that over there in the land of the ethoses. Whoop, over it goes. So we've now got that. Yeah. So to get that, here we go for the next little bit. We've got to see we've got a little, it's like a progression. What is it now? Production line. There we go. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. And there we go. Now, Aren't the robins absolutely divine? I mean, they're everywhere. A bit like Bumble and Hum, you know. Bless. So I'm just going to whack a little bit of that onto there. And that's just water. That's all that is. And I have got myself a little bit of a, as you can see, done it before. And here's one I've done earlier. Okay, so there we go. Oh, look at that now. I've took a lot of that off, haven't I? Oh, goodness me. Fancy me doing that. But it gives you a nice little background. Yeah. So we'll let them dry. We'll put them over there. We'll get them out of the way. And then from that, you just pop on whatever you want. And obviously, we've got Jenny and Bobby. As you do. So, or is it Jenny, Jemima? Oh, I've lost the plot now. I have, really. Pop yourself on. Okay. Well, the small robins, that's fine. Right, I have got the small robins as well today. So, just to let you know, how we're doing it is, I have got the new set here, and I'm going to be utilise that in a larger background. I've been asked to do a background with a tree and either Brianna or, you know, I've got it all. We're going to play. We're going to have some fun. But I just wanted to just show you a quick way of just redoing some, instead of throwing them away, you know. Oh, definitely. Yeah, Jemima. There you go. I know, it's all right. I've had a day, Sylvia. You can be my, like, kick me up the bum moment if you want. So, here. Son, bless you. Oh, love it. That, do you know something, actually? You're very welcome, Marion. It's okay. Don't worry, it's not compulsory that you have to be here on time. You just drop in when you need to. That's what it's all about. Bobby is like, it's one of those unisexual names, but it could be male or female, isn't it? I like that. There's a lot of names like that, to be fair. Okay, so obviously I then stamped on my little robins. So I'm just going to quickly show you how I got to this stage. Just very, very quickly, because I just thought it'd just be nice just to show you a quick little, you know, play around. So to get the colours on the robin, I use the Zig pens. And I will tap out some snow and bits and bobs. Now, I put down, I just used me, we are little, yeah, yeah, IE for a girl, that's correct. I have actually, I do know a young lady with a Y, to be fair. I suppose in this day and age, now it's whatever floats your boat, really. You know, each own and all that. So, yeah, go for it in my eyes. You know, you call yourself whatever. You know, we'll just keep smiling in this day and age now. I'll lose the plot on things very, very quickly. So the bottom, I just got some white acrylic and I just popped it on. Now, you can also use a gel pen. So you can just pop yourself that little bit of blob. But I am going to be putting the expanding foam on the bottom anyway. So you haven't really got to worry too much about that. To get the old, on this one, you can see I've already splashed it with some yellow Posca. And that's just neat Posca splattered straight on. Now, that Posca there is quite aggressive, to be fair. So when I done this one, I had to sort of play around with it a little bit. So I thought, well, you know something, I'm just going to show you. So I thought, just for a quick make as a start, just to settle you in, because I know what you guys are like. You're always eager for the big card. So I shall get that done. It's clever reinforcement. Yeah. Well, not everybody has got like the you know, the fancy little tag, you know, the metal tag. I've got loads of these metal tags, but I thought, you know something, it's so easy just to pop these on. I mean, you can do front and back. I've only done front, but yeah, card, away you go. I mean, you can buy them already made, but why? You're a crafter, make them. You know, why waste money when you've already got the tools to do it? Now, look how rich that colour is there. So if it's too rich for you, where's my blending pen? There it is. Your background. Oh, bless you. To be fair, I do like a good background, and I do think I've got a little bit of a niche with my background. So I'm glad you enjoy making the backgrounds, because once you've got a good background, you know, even if you do, without me sounding rude or anything, if you do a really bad card, your background will always cover it. That's the way I see it, you know. And I ain't shy to say it, because sometimes I've done bad cards, but the background makes the card. So, you know, I ain't Van Gogh, you know, one of them. So what I've done on this one is I actually got the gel pen and I just done some little flicks of white, and then I went round with the detailing brush, this amazing brush, excuse me, just got it in my gob just so you can see, pulled it there, just a tiny dash, and then I got the white and I just skipped around the eye and just a little bit just on the nose, And that detailing brush, look at that. That detailing brush, done that line there and then around the eye and just down here. And I've just done some little strokes. Yeah. So that's where we're at. Now that's just drying nice with the brown. Yes, Sylvia, I did put the brush in my gob. I don't mind. You know, I reckon nowadays I've got that many germs and bugs and everything. Well, I'll share it with the brush. There you go, sorted. As long as there's no paint and we're all right, no toxics or anything, you know, I'm still here. Haven't collapsed, we're okay. No need for calling any ambulances as yet. So we go, oh no, yes we are. Okay, so I'm going to bring the grey. Now there's a lot of different greys. Now I'm just going to bring that up because again, blending brush, there you go. Losing the plot here. I'm just going to bring it up just lightly. And that's what I love about the blending brush. And because you're on that white as well, it is actually blending that lovely. There we go. Oh, love it. There you go. Look at that blending brush, nice and clean. Woohoo. Fabulous. Then I've got a proper in your face red, and it's the 020 on the clean colour. Now, this is amazing. Now, with the little robins, you do find that it comes around the face and it comes down and it goes up above the head slightly, depending on what picture you look at for reference. Because, you know, what I've noticed is I've been looking for different reference pictures and I've been getting some right weird looking robins out there. So go to somewhere you trust, especially if you're using a reference picture. Oh, look how cute is that. Let me just get that red off. Red is such a potent colour, so I'm going to have a red tip now. So there we go. Now look at that little cutie. Now let me just give it a little dry, because I want to go in with a little bit of detail now. We've got plenty of detail, but I want to bring in more detail. Why ever not? Now I've got my little cap. I have been using a bit of acrylic paint, and I'm just going to put a little bit more water on that just to bring it out to life a little bit. There we go. When we were kids and visited aunties and mum used to turn clothes. Yeah, that's it. Honestly, Sylvia, that's the way forward. Trust me. It is the way forward. Now, I have put a little bit of water on my brush. As you can see, there's a drop. And all I want to do is just touch the end of that white. And all this is just white acrylic paint. I just like to put it in this lid. For one, if it goes on my mat, it takes me forever. And sometimes I do forget. So it's just me just being a bit mindful. Now, all I want to do on that, now, although it looks lovely and cute, I just want to do some really little teeny weeny strokes, just little bits, just to add that little bit of, blend it in with that grey, so it just goes a little bit lighter. It's all right, Kit. You're not actually late. It's one of them. Kathleen, bless you. Love it. Let me just blend that along. There we go. Now then, let's have a little bit of tissue. Yep, perfect. Now, just so you can see that the detail on this brush, you can just touch and you will literally, let me just put it down to do it. The edge of that brush, it just gives you that much, honestly, it's absolutely fabulous. So if you do have a little bit of a problem, you know, with arthritis or anything like that, obviously you're going to be all over the place. So try it, practice it. Practice will make perfect. But if it takes you a bit to get it, you know, it's all right, Rosemary. There's always catch up, honestly. If you're here, you're here. It's fabulous. If you're not, it's okay. Now I just want to put a little bit, just here and there, maybe on the wing, just under here. But you know, when you just want to, you know, just use your finger, just move things around. Don't be shy to do that. I'm a really big believer in movement. Now, I have got some of these pigment micron archival ink. Now, I must admit, I'm loving them. And this one is a number 04. Honestly, the shortest detail, it is brilliant, but you know, the longer one, you get a thinner line, Sylvia. I'll have to show you some demonstrations on it. It's absolutely fabulous. All I'm going to do here is just put his little claws in. You know, them really tiny details with these, absolutely fabulous. Oh, you love my calendar this morning. Oh, well, honestly, the lavender. See, I knew somebody'd call it something else. That's oh, it's all good. Honestly, I don't mind it. To be fair, it was this next card I'm going to do. I have no idea how it's going to end up, and I always think they're the best cards. Well, for me anyway. I love the fact that we never know what we're going to get. I'm just going to pull a little bit of tiny detail right. And as I said, if you've got arthritis, just be mindful of what your hands are doing, because I don't want you to ruin something that you've done. Okay, now just where that back end is, a little bit more darkness, and I just want to just flick just some lines up, nothing major, because we've got that sort of look of a wing. Yeah, so you can just see that. Maybe not, I don't know whether you can actually see that, but I've just put a little few lines just to sort of say hello, there's a little feathering going on there. So all I'm doing is just, I'm not changing what Tracy's done, because my goodness me, the amount of detail in this is absolutely fantastic. I'm just trying to just pull out little bits to help me. So there you go. Now I'm happy with that little robin. It looks quite effective. Yeah, so that was a number 4. That you go from 0, 1 right the way up to 5. I'd recommend them. I'm not just saying that either. They are absolutely fabulous. I picked them up when I was at the Halaganza. I thought, oh, let's try those. Right then, let's pop on some splatters. Now I have got this bit of white here. So this is one of the masking fluid brushes, which me and the masking fluid brushes didn't quite see eye to eye. So this is what I use. Whenever I use my masking brush, this is what I use. So that is just latex, yeah. And it's, I don't know where this was, probably some sort of nail tool or something, I don't know, dibby dobbery thing. But anyway, so that is latex. So that's what I use now. So these have now become whatever else I want to use them for. Go me. So I am actually going to use this to splatter just a bit of white on this, and then we're going to finish it. Oh no, we need some water. Let's just put some water on that. Now then, again, I've just been a little bit mindful. Let's have a play. Oh, I need something to tap it along with. Yes, they do. Lavinia sell the masking brushes. It's a set of 3. Well worth it. Well worth it. They also sell the masking fluid to go along with it. You know, why ever not? You don't need brushes if you ain't got anything to put on it. But to be fair, these are fabulous brushes, if I'm honest with you. There we go. Tap, 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 dop, 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 and all that. So, multi-use brushes, but these are the Frisk masking, and this is the large one. And to be fair, I've got the other one. Yeah, there we go. So they're a set of 3. You have to excuse the state of mine. You can see they're well used, but that's the smallest one, which is fabulous. Look at that. But as you can see, mine are well used, as you do. So let me just put them out of the way. Let me just clean my brush. And again, obviously it's acrylic paint, so don't keep any paint on. So let me shift that out of the way. Let me wipe my mess up, because like I said, it's acrylic paint, and once it's dry, it's a devil to get off, as you know. Okay, so let's put some of that silly expanding foam. I think it's absolutely fabulous. I call it silly, but it is really good. And there's another use for my my brushes. So this has now become my go-to to actually put on products like this. So this is the expanding foam, expanding paste. I do apologise. It was a good shower. I love them opinions and what. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, brill, fabulous, Rosemary. So all I'm going to do, because I'm going to put my finger in that. Hold on a minute. Oh, nobody told me it was wet. Let me whack this out of the way. We don't want to expand it while it's here, do we? It's me getting all excited, that is, you know. Oh, what am I like? It's all right, I'll wet you. That'll do. If I put my finger in it now, we'll turn it into a blizzard. Right, okay. So this is fabulous. So I've just got a nice blob there. Now, don't think this pot looks like it's going to go on forever, to be honest. Now I like to turn the brush and put the blob on. So I'm going to do it again. Turn the brush and put a blob, and then you can move that blob around if you need. What would you use for that? I want. Okay, so you can put blobs of acrylic paint on. So you can like maybe thicken it up with maybe you know, like a what's it paste, textured paste. You can put, like, if you've got acrylic paint, you can put a little bit of talcum powder in to thicken it. You can put like, not Artex, but what's it called, like plaster of Paris, to give it some texture if you haven't got any. I used to go on high time, but I couldn't make it. Oh, okay, that's fair enough. That, to be fair, there's some fabulous things going on, but with everything that's gone on, there's a lot of not so good stuff. And as I told her, you locked me in the cupboard. Oh, I love it. Well, to be fair, Amanda was like posting her own things because she was with me this morning, bless her cotton socks. So yes, it was funny. Yeah, polyfiller. That's a. Do you know something? To be fair, anything. Mom would say too much talking. Not honestly, it's very true. Actually, I've got to watch her. Honest, we have. Anyway, let's puff the thing up. I'll be here forever on something as simple as a tag. But you know something, you're learning. That's the main thing. So I've put this on. I'm going to bring this up a bit closer so hopefully you can see. And if you can't see, sorry, I'm going to try and do it so, well, hopefully you might be able to see. Woo, my fingers. Can you see it starting to puff up? Thinking about Puff the Magic Dragon now. So I'm not going to sing. So I keep it on. That's why I'm putting plenty on there, and it's starting to expand. Oh, that's cosmic shit. Yeah, honestly, anything that sort of, either, you could even do the wow stuff, you know, like the wow puffy glittery stuff. You could do anything like that. But if you haven't got it, might do talcum powder and paint. Acrylic paint makes a brilliant texture. I've used it so many times myself. Sometimes it's better than some of the products you actually buy, if I'm honest with you. Just test about, you know, do yourself a little tester on a corner or something. Oh, hello. Oh, got it. We had a stamp fall off then. I'd accumulated a stamp, bless it. Anyway, that'll do. Like Mum says, I'm talking too much. Right, look at that. So that is fabulous. Now, just to add a little bit of oomph to that, stardust. Why wouldn't you? Let's pop that on. Look at that. So my snow has just become a glitter mountain. Look at that. Woo! How can you get so, you know, I was never a glitter person, but look at that. You can't not get excited, can you? So we've got two little bits. Let me just put a little bit of white on this one. Let me just bring a little bit of white around that. So all I'm using is the normal gel pen. Just going to bring that around just a tad. Just put that in. There we go. And that is how, obviously you've got to let it dry, but that's how to recycle just some old ones that you've kept for years. I'm sure you've got a cupboard full of stuff you've kept. Start using them, because look at that now. And all I've done on the back is just put myself a little piece of white card on. You can buff it up, get the edges, get yourself either some oxides or, you know, put a bit of colour to it, to and from. But how cute is that? You wouldn't be able to buy them in the shops, would you? So let me just see. Hopefully you can see some glitter on that. Glittery doodah. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't know. Can you see glitter? Can I see glitter? Oh, I can see some glitter. There you go. Pretty pretty. So there you go. Two tags. Easy done. Showed you how to. Just roughly. Acrylic paint over it. Yeah. Put down your backgrounds. Good old cotton wool. Yes, of course, cotton wool. You could even, if you ain't got cotton wool, you can get some cotton buds, pull them off and just move them around. There you go. Right, Lisa used it on the dress last week. Yeah. Okay, so that's them. I'm going to put them out the way so they're dry. So I'm going to put them up there. They're quite cute, they are. Okay, so let's see what people wanted. They wanted a background, which obviously I'm going to do a background, but let me just put these out the way. Oh, I'm actually sitting down. Goodness me. Wonders we'll never see. Okay. Oh. Let's make sure we're not getting stuff on the card. Look at me. I'm being all domesticated now. Gosh, you lot are having a rub-off effect on me. Okay, so let's have a look what we got. We have got 66, yeah? That'll be a decent size card for you. What do you reckon? And now then, let's see if I can dirty the card before we've even got it out. There we go. Okay, so we have got Multifarious Smooth Supreme 350 GSM. Now, for how much water I use on my cards, this is why I use this product, because I know I can smother this card and the card will not fall to pieces with me. So always remember, if you're using a lot of water, which I do, use a good quality card. Pack of 20, 6x6, can't go wrong, a fiver. Can't even get a pack of cigarettes for that nowadays. Well, I don't smoke either, but, you know, it's one of them, isn't it? So, well, unless you get 3 cigarettes or something, I don't know. It's ridiculous, but there you go. Okay. So I was asked, just received the card to have a try. Fabulous. Okay, so let's see what we got. We have got trees. We have got the little cutie people. Let me just put that over here. Let's put them there. We got trees. We got that. I've got a lamppost. I've got Bumble and Hum. Don't ask me why, but I thought, you know something, why not? I've got the gorgeous banana. Now I've got the robins. Now, to be fair, there's a lot of robins going on at the minute. So I'm gonna take away these gorgeous beasts and put them there. I've even got some little rabbits just in case you really want to go scenic, and you know, as you do. Oh, little cutie. So, and I've also got some snowflakes over here, and I've got the little robins, because like I say, not everybody has got the big robins, and that's why I like to do a bit of alternative. All right. And then here's the colours. That gives you an idea of what we're doing. Now, until I've built something, try so many different types of hearts. My hopes are high when I get good. Yeah, definitely. Helen, honestly, you won't be disappointed. And if you are, give me a shout, and I can always do something to show you different techniques or something. I don't know. Could be absolutely anything, really, couldn't it? So, let's have a little robins, please. Okay, so yeah, you talk to me now. You tell me what you want me to put on. Because for one, I can't remember the names of everything. So, you know, it's going to be one. So somebody said little robins. So there you go. We've got little robins. So these are on the card. So them are going to be used. Little robins, yeah? I know we want a tree. So I'll put the trees, but I don't know which trees. Or it might be a combination of both. What we're saying, have we got is any preference? Does anybody want bunny rabbits? Please with the lamp. Okay, we've got a lamp. We can do that. Yeah. Anything else? Do I need a bigger card? Right then, what should we say? Lamppost, got the lamppost, Sylv. Lamp, got it. Yeah. So trees, little birdies, lamppost. Are we happy? Oh, somebody wants rabbits. Fabulous. Okay, let's do it. So I'm going to do them. I might have a chance to do another card. Okay. So if that is the case, we'll utilise maybe some of these. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to put them over here. So they're not put away. They're still there. They're there. But this is what we're going to have a look at today. So let's have a look. What have I got in my head? So I have nothing in my head. So we're going to have to really wing this one. Let me turn it round. Let me just see what can we have a thought about? Okay. So we want a nice background. We want some rabbits. Let's see what comes to mind. Let's have a look. I quite like the way he's looking up. Pippin's looking up. Maybe something like this, maybe. Okay, yeah. What we're saying, can you sort of see what well, it's not going to end up anything like this, I'm going to show you, but I've got an idea. Okay, so my first thing is I've got my stuff over there, so I know roughly what I'm doing. So here's the thing. I have got some elements and I've got oxides, as you know me very well. So here's some colours I've been having a look at. So I've got Hickory Smoke, I've got Victorian Velvet, I've got Lost Shadow, and I've got Tumble Glass. Them are what we're going to be using to create this card. And I'm hoping I'm going to do it justice, because hopefully I've got a colour theme in my head, but I don't know how it's going to go with the theme of what we've just picked out. But we'll play. We can but try. So my strongest colour is Victorian Velvet. So let me just play again. Okay, so the brush is quite loaded. Now I have no idea what I'm doing here. Okay, so go with me. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is think about a nice scene where, about here maybe. Okay, so let's build up. Okay. So a magical scene has not always got to be blue. However, there will be blue in the card. So that looks quite heavy at the minute. I like heavy. Oh, love it. So I'm thinking that's going to be there. Then I want some sort of, right, Okay, so this is how I'm plotting a card out now, yeah? Like I say, I have no idea what we're going to have. Maybe I should have used a bigger card. It's okay. We'll play. We're going to have sort of an icicle, Christmassy. Yeah, why not? Okay, I quite like the look of that. Okay. So let's have a think now. So maybe we can have maybe something here, something there. Okay. Right, okay. I am gonna, let me just wet my finger. Okay. There we go. Oh, yeah, we got suction. Right, I'm just gonna go into this. Okay. And I just want to sort of have a look. Don't worry about that. We'll get rid of that. In fact, let me just wipe that off. Let me just be mindful now. Oh, there we go. So, see? Even I learn from my mistakes. We don't want to worry about that. So second, third, fourth, whatever generation you want realistically. But we've got something in the background now, and that's just with me. No plate. Just, as you can see, mistakes have happened already. Don't worry about it. Water will shift it. Never, ever panic. It's a piece of card and it's paint. Please don't panic when you start putting stuff down and you think, oh my gosh, I've just ruined it. No, you haven't. We just squirt it with water if we need to, or pan pastel it. Simple as that. Okay, so now I've got that sort of layer down. I quite like that. I need to use that more, actually. Victorian velvet, very nice, very nice. I think we should have competition. We pick the stamp. Oh, that would be good. I'll play that game, yeah. As long as I've got them, anyway. Yeah, I do a thing with Mand or something. That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? Right then, so Lost Shadow, very, very light. And I just want to start blending that in now. And where you've got that harsh colour, this is what I love about some of these. We can just blend them away, really. So I just want to, I quite like the way that's, I might utilise a bit of stem. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Now what you've got to think in your head is we're going to be putting a lamp on here. So we need to have an area where the light will be. So we can't put colour everywhere because we need to build that. Dibs on the car. I've just done some blob of colour. Behave yourself, Sylvia. Bless your cottons. Right, so let me put them there. Let me tell you what, maybe a little bit. Okay. I'm going to, first of all, I'm actually, I love the velvet. Yeah, velvet with the velvet and the grey is nice. I am actually got tumbled glass and hickory smoke now. So I'm just going to, I'm going to do blue. Double dibs. I love it. How are you guys? You do make me chuckle. Okay, so let me put that there because I've got everything going on. Right, okay. Yeah, let's do it that way. Okay. Ooh, we're getting to look Christmassy. Now, you probably can't see what's in my head, but in my head, I'm sort of thinking, oh, okay, yes. I love you guys. Okay, and I just want to put a bit of depth here. Why not? I'm just going to bring that down slightly. Don't worry if you overdo it. So look how heavy the card looks, yeah? Don't worry. Pink and grey, very 80s. Yeah, come on. Why not? Yeah, let's go a bit of 80s. Woohoo! Let me, I've just got to, yeah, play with that bit there. Okay. Right, so before I put anything darker on or move around with anything else, I just want to put some water on it because I actually want to see what I've got going on here. Now, I know I've got that layer there and I've got layers down here, but I'm going to wipe them all off with water now. So, let me just move these over here. And this is where you trust your card, trust the process. Look how much water I'm putting on. I am not worried. Look how it's moving. That's what gives you your background. And if you don't like it, you dab it off. And we will build it up again. The only thing I will say, we're doing it this way, a bit of tissue, is, let me hold that down, dab off. Okay. Ooh, look at that there. Don't like the look of that. Is there too much water there? Let's have a look. Right then, let's get some drawing done. Move that over there. Love watching you build. Well, this is the thing, you say. It's all trial and error. I have no idea what I'm going to end up with, truly. So, you know, I've got to sort of think out the box. What's going to go where and where's it going to look? But I do like the way the velvet and the grey has given me sort of a peachy colour. So if I've got a wish list for Tracy for colours, it would be peachy sort of coloury sort of things. So I'm just dabbing this off now because I'm starting to get watermarks, which I don't mind. I can play around with watermarks. So if ever you've got stuff like this, you can get rid of them, which I'll show you as we go. So I haven't got anything come through on the card, so it just must be how the card is there. Looks like a bit of that. Yeah, definitely. Just look like something anyway. It won't end up like that, trust me. You ain't going to see. I just love the fact that I can give you the confidence to have a go at stuff like this, which this is what it's all about in my head. So there we go. So you can sort of see where we've got trees, yeah. Forget the water staying. We'll play around with that. That will actually work out in our favour. But you can see how you've got that block of the trees, and then you've got this lovely sort of peachy, very, very sort of mystical again, isn't it? So let's get the card straightened out a little bit better. So a bit of heat on it brings it all back to life. There we go. Fabulous. Honestly, it looks a mess, but then it does go where I need it to go. I don't know how, but it does. So all that dark colour, you think, oh my gosh, what's going on? But yeah, it ends up like this. So thank goodness. Don't tell anybody. You know, there is times where, you know, where your cheeks pucker and you think, oh crikey, what am I doing? I do have them moments, you know. Right, so just a water brush now. Now this is very well loved, as you can see. It used to be clear and white and that, but it is water. So I am just going to play on here and just see what we can do with those watermarks. There we go. Like I say, we've already drowned in the card and we're putting more water on, so don't worry. I just want to take away that harsh line there. There we go. There we are. So we softened that line up lovely. I like the way that these trees have now. So that was my error, but I actually like the way that that's come together for me. Okay, so let's just move that around. Looking good. Okay, thank you, Kathleen. So we've just took away that harsh line. So now we've got a very mystical looking background. So let's put something together then. So I am going to let's pop the light on first. So let me just dry off, because obviously we've just put a bit of water on the card. There we go. I would like to thank whoever of you as well that you're watching the ads. I know they're a pain up the bum, but it does help, honestly. So thank you very much for watching that. It just helps me buy my card and bits and pieces. So thank you. So I just want you to know it is noted, and I am very grateful. It's the only problem with me on YouTube. It just helps me earn a little few pennies, because you know I'm not paid to do this. I'm just here because I love coming to say hello to you guys, basically. Right then, let's play. Okay, so yes, let's build up from the lamppost. Let's get some versatility. We're going to do black with this. Thumbs up as well. Yes, thank you. Note to myself, much be braver. Yeah, please, but honestly, do you know something? Please don't bin your work, because you know if you think to yourself you've just done a pizza or it's gone poof, gone crazy, can you like turn it into a tag, or cut it up, or strip it down and then add one thing? Or if you've made a complete hash, get some acrylic paint over it and start again. I do that all the time in my journal. I just to prove a point for those of you that don't. Let me just grab my journal. So this is my journal. This was just a drawing pad which I've turned into a journal. So all it is, that's cream there with a bit of blue. And look at that. Yeah, look, these are all, that's a bit of spritz spray. This is all what you've got here. So please don't, you know, You can make so many fabulous backgrounds with this thing. I'm glad you're happy watching the ads. Thank you ever so much. So yeah, there you go. Bits and bobs. Where's my other one gone? Where's my little monster? Oh, there he is. I love him. Well, that's all I ask from you guys. If you can watch an ad, it just helps me. I don't ask for nothing else. Bless you. So yeah, I'll just put my clips on there. Oh, there you go. Well, it's just, like I say, it just helps me buy paper to just be crazy with you lot, really. So please don't throw your stuff away. You know, I put really heavy colour on this and then I washed it away, but look what it washed out to. So trust the process. You know, please have a go. Please be brave and think, you know, easy. Thank you very much, Louise. That's very kind of you. Anyway, let's pop this on. We're chatting nonsense, aren't we? Versifying Claire. Let me get a do. Look at the state of this. Honestly, you guys will probably shout at me. Oh dear me. Gosh, I'm a real crafter. I ain't here with all my clean. I ain't. Joe, I love her to bits, you know, but I'm just not clean. Honestly, I'm a disaster. But it's fun, isn't it? Love it. Do you know some of that plate's way too big for that? Hold on. I've just cleaned that for nothing. Well, I ain't cleaned it for nothing. Where's my little... no, okay. Where's it out here already? Oh, no, there's a thought. Where's that gone? Oh, okay. I'll have to use this one. All right, so yeah, I'll use that one. Oh, it might help us with the right way around. There you go. Okay, so always use something that actually allows you to be in control of your stamp. If you use something too big, you're going to be here, there, and everywhere. You're going to move it, and before you know it, you've ruined it. Yeah. Never watched the ads until you said it helps. Oh well, thank you. Like I say, it just gets me to buy me card and inks and bits and bobs, and it allows me to give you free content. Simple as that, really. Right then, that's enough about me anyway, but thank you. It's nice for me to just say thank you, because I think thank you goes a long way, doesn't it? I don't ever expect or presume off nobody. Right, there we go. Look at that. How nice am I being there? Okay, so black is going to really pop this piece, so let's pop it where you've got that gap there. That's where we want it. So nice and firm, straight down. Now I have found that my dad's ancient hand sander, well, I thought it was a board rubber, you know, the board rubbers from way back, but that absolutely gives me enough pressure, and I'm happy that that gives me a perfect. So, you know, if you've got something like that, because there's no sandpaper on it, brilliant. Or if you've got an old-fashioned board rubber, go for it. I see a lot of people using these fancy, like, round, you know, knob things or whatever they are. Nah, you're all right. I'll go in my dad's shed and go and find something that's about right. I'm all about saving myself some pennies. My dad's shed's got everything in it. Bless him. Right then, so there's a lamppost. Oh, look at that. Oh, how exciting. So, what do we want now? We want some bunnies. Let's have a look. We want some bunnies to be looking up, maybe. Now then, we could have a bunny over there. Let me see what tree we're using. Now, do we want a tree? Wooden doorknob? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. If you put your felt on the bottom, it's absolutely fabulous. Now, I'm not going to put that tree there. I might put it somewhere else, though, because I like him there. Yeah, I want a journal with those ring things you so at the range. Yeah, that's it. Honestly, if you go like, if you've got any sort of, like just a drawing pad, if it's like the brown paper, I always acrylic paint it, and it gives you such a and it gives it more rigidity as well. So I'd recommend it all day long. Right, I'm going to put little Pip in there. I'm going to use something smaller. There we go. You got to love little Pip, yeah. Bless him. He's always wondering what's going on in life. He's always an adventurous little devil. Because I have one on my wish list on Amazon. Fair enough. The river place. That's what I call it. I'm going on the river place. Going on the river. Try the works. B&M. Sometimes they've got pads and things like that. I forgot what you're looking for. If you're looking for pads, there's loads of different places you can go for, if I'm honest with you. So I want to pop him there. I picked up the new stamps last night from the supplier. Ooh. Well, there's so much you can do with the new stamps, honestly. There we go. Oh, look at that so far. We got a little cutie. Well, if you want to exchange links on here, please do so. I'm not precious about that either. Please do. Sharing's caring. You know how it goes here, folks. Sharing's caring. Now then, I do want some sort of bush or something there, but that tree is a little bit too big, maybe. I might pop him over here though and have maybe a bit of a tree thing going on there. I don't want anything little there. I want something else there though. So maybe, no, that's not going to work. Maybe some flakes. Right, let's get the background in anyway. I'll think about it as we go because there's a lot to do here. Because we ain't even really started. We've only popped a couple of things down. And I've got to get our little robins in as well. And maybe if I extend that out. Oh, yes. Okay, now, I know that I don't want to manipulate the amazing work that Tracy has done. However, I do want to use, this is the number 05 on the Pigma Micron archival ink thing. But I do want to just bring it along a little bit. And if there was snow there, you'd never know. So I'm just going to just slightly, now, like I say, I don't want to do any harm to what Tracy's put there because that is fantastic. However, I just want to put something so my little robins can sit there. Okay. So I might have to move it along a little bit more, but it's just giving me that eye line so I know where I'm stamping them. So again, we've got our little block and I'm going to use this little man first. How cute is he? Now I am going to keep these in black. So there's not going to be any additional detail as such. That's just me. So I'm just going to bring this down. So I'm sorry if you see my head. But I am just going to put him about there. There we go. Hold him down just for a couple of seconds so the ink's transferring evenly. Yay. Okay, there's one. We call it enhanced. Yeah, enhancing. We can't manipulate. I'm not allowed to say that. Tracy will get the search party out on me and come and get me. Because she decants and I manipulate. Oh dear. It's all good fun, you know. Okay, let's just pop him about there. Okay. So not too much pressure because you don't want any of them splodges out, but you want even pressure when you're putting down. And that's why I use that because for me it's just down and up. There we go. Okay. We've got two little cuties. Right then, so that's the little birdies. So he's now looking up at these little beds. Well, I mean, we could do all sorts of things there, but I'm not going to. Right, so I want to bring up a background. So this is going to be, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Now, while I've got this, because this is permanent, in my head, I just want to start grounding a few things. So I just want to just put a little bit down. Okay, so I've got my little grounding line, so I know what I'm working with now. So I'm just going to pop my pens down there out the way. Now then, let's play to build up. So I've still got plenty of things to use because we've only used a couple of stamps there. But it might be enough to call it a piece. We'll see. But I want to now go back to Tumbled Glass, Victorian Velvet. And I've got Hickory Smoke, which is a little bit darker now. But I also want Lost Shadow. And I've got Pumice because I'm not sure how I want to play the background. But I always want my greys just in case. Right there, and there's the colours that we've used. Okay, so my first thing I want to do is just build up a bit of grey. So that's not yeah, we'll do that. Well, I'm going to use Pumice Stone, and I just want to build up. So I'm now turning it more into a grey. So here we've got all that lovely, the blues and all that. I'm now smoothing it into that wintry sort of scene. And I just want to bring this down here. I'm being quite aggressive here as well, so don't tickle it. as you can see, I'm putting down that block of colour around there, yeah? Because now I'm going to have a bit of hickory smoke. I'm quite sure that that's... What am I doing here? Maybe. Right, now I know hickory smoke can be quite a dark colour, so I don't want to go too mad. But I do want to just put in a little bit of a sort of a darker point, because I want to start putting in some more trees. So you're going to build it up with me now. So let me just put some trees in there. So I'm going to use a smaller one again. And I am actually... Whoa, there you go. We're reconnected. I think we just lost connection, but we're back. We got gremlins. Oh, don't you love it when the gremlins come and get you? Right then. Never have a straight edge. Oh, I know, I'm swirling. I'm back now, though, apparently. There is a card coming. There is, honestly. Okay. So I'm now going to put that like so. Now you can use any of let's have a look. Let me grab something. You know, like the hill masks or anything like that. I don't know where mine have gone. Oh, there they are. So if you've got any like the hill masks that you want to use, anything like those, yeah, you can use that here if you want. I'm quite happy with a scrap piece of paper. Okay. So I'm going to get the grey. And all I'm going to start doing now is putting myself just some grey trees in. And again, I don't mind where they're going. Let me just put that down so I can... That's better. I'm going to put some over here. Hopefully we're not going to be losing connection and all that nonsense. I don't think it liked me doing going on to... what's it earlier? I'm sure that's what it was, you know. Now I'm going to bring down just some little areas down here. And I'm going to bring some around here. Why ever not? And then, so that was with hickory smoke. I now want to play around with my lighter colour. I'm going to go in with Lost Shadow because I love the way it blends. I just want to just blend over that just to take the harshness off it. Okay. I now want to go back in with the pinks now. Right, so let's have a look. So that's quite harsh there. Proper harsh. Let me just take a bit off. Don't worry about it. I'm going to put harsh on here so it balances it. I'm going to bring it round and down. I'm going to bring that round and down. Let's blend that out. And I'm just going to put just a hint over there. Same there. Now I want waves. Oh no, I'm swirling. Oh, crumbs. Well, I'm all right this end. I'm going back on with the blue now, tumbled glass. And I'm just where I've put those bits, I'm just want to now put a little bit of blue in just to give it that sort of wintry scene now to the card. Because I'm going to go back in with some water, but not just yet. Right, so I want to have a little bit of blue up for the sky. Okay, so let me see what you can see. Yeah, okay, I can see what you can see. That's the main thing. Right then, do I want a bigger tree here? I think I do, yes. So I'm going to do black ink. Why not? Really totally against, oh, it's not even against anything really. We can put what we like on. Some people like to keep it a certain format. Some people don't. I always think outside the box. And I never stick to anything particular. Why ever not? It's a bit boring when you do that, really, isn't it? Now you can, because I've got black here as that foreground sort of thing, I'm going to stick with black again. After, that's fine, no problem at all. It's lovely, lovely if you're joining me, my darling. Feel free to do catch up. So I'm going to pop that down now. And you might find that we do first and second generation. Don't know yet. We'll see. And I am just going to pop that down. So let's have a look. I'm going to put that underneath there. All right, okay, let's have a look. I'm going to put that there. So let me get my little block of happiness. There we go. Perfect. Now then. So there's going to be snow on this anyway, so you're not really going to be seeing much of it, if I'm honest with you. So I'm quite happy now to sort of maybe go a little block there and maybe... no, don't want anything there. Maybe something smaller there. Let me get that out of the way. Yep, that's fine. Get that. So I've got the smaller one on my hand. I'm really going for it now. Let's have a look how it's going to print off. Okay, let me put that on there. I want the full block on. Yes, okay, fabulous. Right then, so I am going to use, running out of space here. Okay, let's have a look. There we go. Maybe a little bit there, just in that background. Okay, so we're starting to get something that looks like something. Half the battle. Now I just want to just have that little bit of depth just here. Just a little. There we go. And a little bit over here. So don't be shy to just play around with oxides and your versifying just in different places, because at the end of the day that's what it's all about. So I just want to just put a few little bits here and there, just so it gives me that little kiss of colour. Just gives that depth. As you're looking at the piece now, you can see different depths happening, which is great because that's what the piece is all about. You can see water. Oh, maybe, but I don't think I'm actually going to put water in it. But again, I don't know, because I haven't put water on the piece yet, because I haven't finished it off yet. But I will be putting water on it in one way, shape or form. So now I'm going to put water around this area here, because I've got things to do here. Okay, so I can actually see a car. Margaret Lisa does a Tuesday. Oh, bless you. Yeah, I do everything. A lake, okay. Right, yeah, I get exactly what you're saying there, and I can see exactly what you're seeing. Yeah, good spot. Am I going to do it? Probably not, though. However, let's get some water. So the first thing I'm going to do with this is just tap water and fan brush. Let me just ply that down a little bit. Let me get a piece of scrap. I can see this getting messy. There's my name's a Foster. Ah! Really? Oh, what you like. Hello, darling. Sending you lots of love and hugs and kisses and everything. That's the only problem, you know, when you guys have come on with different names. I never know who I'm blinking talking to. And I will forget as well. I'm sure I got the onset. But hey ho, that's another day's chatty. Okay, let's play with it. Let's make it magical. Now, I've just said I want to keep that sort of... She's naughty, isn't she, Sylve? Honestly. Absolutely. But, you know, some best way of doing things, that is. Okay, so there's plenty of water on that now. Let me get me white. Poscolitis. Back to you. Oh, bless you. No, don't ever change anything, sweetness. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we got any white coming out of this. I'm going to add more white on because... There we go. We have white. Here we go. Let's have it look like a blizzard. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Don't be shy. Goodness me. Give myself an headache, that will. Crikey. Right, don't be shy to add water and Posca together. It is not going to... Let me just dab that a little bit. Oh, love it. Da, da, da. Just where the dribbles are. Off the card. I want the Posca to stay there, though. Right, let's just dry this off. Now you see how that pink and the blue has given you such a gorgeous combination. It's better than how I thought it was coming along, which is nice. But this card, Max, is easier than the other one. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. We ain't done yet though. We've got to put snow on yet. We got the blizzard going. We've got to put the light in the lamp. We're all right for time. You're on detention anyway. You know how it goes with me. We go to. I forgot. No, you can watch it up, catch up. If you personal attire to do, feel free. Kind of cool dips now. You're cool dips anyway. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. Fabulous. I'm glad you're liking it. We've definitely got some sort of mystical snow going on now. Love it. We've definitely got a blizzard. Sylvia, you do make me chuckle, honestly. Fabulous. Okay, I absolutely love making the other card. Totally out of my cover. Do you know something, Max? It was absolutely stunning what you showed me. Credit to you, my girl. Absolute credit to you. Let's pop ourselves a nice little area now. Love that. Honestly, think outside the box. Winter is not always blues. As you can see, I've done pinks. This Victorian velvet goes a long way with the greys. Look what we've got. Bam, 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 bam. Love it. Right, let me get my little acrylic, whatever's left in there. Let's pop a bit of snow on for starters. Let me get my brush of doom. Yeah, let's try and let's see if we can just. Okay, let me just grab that. That's it. Okay, there we go. That'll do. Right then, even though the dulcet tones of lace were lost, that's all right. Just you know, go with it. Go with it. Okay, so let's pop a bit of snow on first of all. All I've got to remember now is where to put my hand, because otherwise I'm just going to blob everywhere. So Tracy's done an amazing job with actually giving you the area to put your snow. So all I'm going to do is just gently, let me show you. I'm just going to touch, you know where you've got the gaps on these trees. So I'm just going to touch it just gently, because you've got water and the ink. Just move it around. So that gives you, don't go line, because it's crickety crockety. Snow does not go in a nice line. I never know how a card, I had no idea what we were making. You've told me what to use tonight. I have used what you've asked me to. I had no idea. Apart from the colours, I had sorted colours out, as you can see on here. So I knew what colours I'd be suggested to you, which I'd be comfortable using. However, you guys have actually chose what I've used tonight. So this is your card with my background, which ain't too bad at all, really. If we work together like this, quite happy about that. You got good choice, good taste in stamps there. So all you got to remember is that the jaggedy and the rough. This is why I like this brush. It gives you little hairs here and there, sort of thing. Very, very outward. Nothing sort of nice. And then where you've got these little bits in the background, just touch them here and there, just where you'd see, roughly, you'd think there'd be snow. Okay. Oh, bless you. You're very kind. I'm just me. We're just having some fun together. Right, so so acrylic paint's brilliant. There we go. Look at that. There we are. We're playing. So you lot have inspired me to do a background, and this is your card. So there you go. So let's just pop a little bit of white round here. Sorry, we got distracted. What white stuff am I using? This is just acrylic paint. And I'm using one of the masking frisk, the large masking brush out the set. It's brilliant for doing snow. You know, like how rugged it is. Absolutely fabulous. So it gives you a really good, and it's also good for splatters. So this is just acrylic. That's all it is. Just acrylic, white acrylic paint. And if you really want to get to town and get some really strong, you can just dab it on and give you an even more umphier part. You're very welcome. So let's just give these our little birdies. Let's just pop a little bit of snow on here. Just a little bit. There we go. And then we're just going to have a little build up just around here because it's getting quite snowy. Let's pop a little bit up here. Now, if you've got that expanding foam or crystal paste or whatever, you can put some of that on if you wanted to. I mean, if you really want to go, let me just clean my brush because it's acrylic paint. So let's get that off. Let me get my detailing brush. I sometimes, yeah, definitely. You see, sharing's caring. That's a fabulous tip, actually. Gesso is brilliant to use for, especially if you want a bit of. I like to feel the texture. Now I've got this lovely detailing brush, and let's put a few icicles on. You're not really going to see. However, if you're unsure, this is where you can actually just have a play around with this brush because it's absolutely fabulous. You know, so if you think to yourself, well, there'd be an icicle there. You know, normally you look at all icicles hanging down. This detailing brush gives you that. So let's just put a couple. They're never straight. Wiggle away. I've got my tongue out. I'm concentrating, so it's okay. We'll do it together. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right then, so if you really want to play, let's pop a little bit of snow around here. Only a slight bit. Just shows it where it's landed. Or you can use your brush again. Just, I love the way that it's just gives me such a, sort of like a rough, just where it's just fabulous. Let me just show you then. So you can see them little, I don't know whether you can, but can you just see my little icicles hanging? And that's the detailing brush. It's just giving you that finest of line. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So no wonder he's looking up. Now then, I want to try and get rid of that. I'm not liking that. So let me find a little brush. Hold on. Hold it. I'm going to try this one out. Well, if it'll stay in my hand anyway. So let me just see if I can get rid of that. So don't ever be shy to play around with ink that's dried on. And then if not, all I'll do is I'm going to go over it with a black. But there you go. Look, it's going. Nice and slowly. There we go. It's not as white now. So I am going to go over that. Okay. Sorry, I missed that. You disappeared. You'll have to put a comment back on so I can see what you've just said. So I do apologise because I missed what you said. Unfortunately, I looked up at the wrong time and you disappeared. So you did ask somebody did ask a question. So I'm sorry, I didn't quite. I don't like the marshmallow puffy. Oh, okay. Yes, I use that puffy marshmallowy stuff. This stuff on the tags. So that's like the expanding foam, but I put like some twinkly stuff on there. Pinfair crushed ice. Oh, okay. See, look at that, people. Look at all the stuff that we got coming out now. We've got so many different little hints and tips coming out now. We'll have to go back into it, just to have to rewatch it just to get all the hints and tips. Thank you very much for just putting a little bit of, probably ain't going to really see it, but it's just a little bit of shadowing, and all I'm doing is just taking out roughly them little white blobs. So now I've done that, just a little sort of, I'm being very sort of scratchy just with the movement because it's fur as such, so I haven't got to worry about it being perfect colouring, but I just wanted to take away them white blobs because for me I didn't want them there, and that's just me. So there is no set way of me doing this at all. All I'm doing is just drawing a couple of little bits here and there. I'm happy with my little birdies. Again, if you wanted to put any detail in it, you could use either what could you use? You could use your soft pastel pencils just to pull out any bits of colour or anything. But for me, all I've got to do now is play with the light. Now, it's whether or not I might actually just do it with a soft pencil to be a pastel, because I want to just be able to move. Let me just make sure everything's dry. Let me just dry it off. Let me see the comments from the live watching and catch up. Oh, I know. See, this is the only problem when you're watching live. You get everything now. Unfortunately, you don't get it on the repeat. There ain't a lot I can do about that. I mean, I can try and look into settings and stuff, but when you're here, you're here. And that's what makes it even more special, because you know what's been said, sort of thing, you know. But I get what you're saying. Right, let's pop a little bit more of a depth of colour. So you never stick with one colour. Always use a couple of colours to add a little bit of depth into things, yeah. So you've got your lighter colour, you have a little bit of darker colour to it. And I'm just going to put just a little bit of a glimmer just at the bottom there. So that gives me that sort of light-esque sort of thing. And now, brave that I am, gosh, here we go. Brave. Ready? Just lightly. Oh, that wasn't so bad, actually. Wow. Let's go over it again. Let's load it up. I don't really want to go too heavy, but I do want to glow. Oh, look at that. What's going on there? They're taking the miracle. Well, I never. Oh, it's still working. That's the main thing. Well, I never. Right, I am going to just thinking of where the shade would be. Let me just. Now you can hear me scratching. Let's just scratch over a little bit. Rub it through. And the reason I do that, I am going to add a little bit of water, as you do. Never ending this water, is it? Because there we go. I've just got a little bit of, just a bit of glisten. There we have a look. Make sure it's dry and it's clean. Yes, there we go. Because we don't want it to be too in your face. And to be fair, I don't think we even need any water on that. But yeah, all I've got to do now is just colour in. They said it's absolutely stunning. Oh, bless you. I have to go and say, don't worry. At the end of the night, if I catch up, you go and do what you need to do, sweetheart. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Bless your cotton. Mwah. Love you. Let's have a bit of water. Let's move that over there. Right, yep, it is definitely water. And I just want to see whether I can just move this around just a little. Just a little. Because we just want to have that glow. Just so it looks like the little lamp is doing what it needs to do. There we are. And if you're unsure, then catch up. Click on that. Yeah, you can just do what you need to do. It's easy done. Especially when you've got the guru of our Sylvia in here. She tells you everything. Right, so let's just pop a little bit in. So I don't want to get too heavy now, because it's just a light glow. Yep. Absolutely. Oh, good. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll see you again, ain't it? Where are we now? What's Thursday? So I'm back on Sunday. Or you can join me with Amanda on her live Friday. I'm normally with the guys then, having a bit of banter with everybody, trying to beat Sylvia on dips. Very difficult, very difficult. So there you go. That's that. So matte and layering. Now, what would we do for matte and layering? Well, let's have a look. There's obviously got to be some pink in the card, and there's obviously got to be some sort of grey, most definitely. So let me just see if I've got those colours. Let me put that out the way. Wet paint and lids don't go well. I do actually want to, let me just get me black Zig pen. Oh, natural grey, that'll do. So I just want to just go around just where he's there, just a little bit. And I just want to just colour in the lamppost just a little. Just a little. It just gives it a little bit of oomph. A bit of shadowing. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then we're just going to come around here. So I'm just going to add just a little bit of a shadow lines just to pull the piece together, because we have gone over it with a lot of different products. There we go. How cool is that? Right then. Sorry, I missed all that, so hopefully I'll say yay or nay or whatever. Now you can, if you are in the mood to, you know, colour these all in pretty colours, do the little reds, do his little breast, you go for it. I think this as a silhouette makes the card. However, the realism part of it, feel free. Everybody's got their own ways of expression. There is no right or wrong to whatever it is you're doing. Okay, so please always remember that as well. I'm just going to put very lightly, I just want to ground that little bit there. So let me just, no, I need a brush. I actually need a brush. Let's use something properly. Bit of water. It always is something to do. So I just want to just put this down in the snow, because we have obviously got a little bit of shadowing going on here. So I'll just get that bit of water now and just move that. So just remember, if you've harsh lines, just move it with the water, and we've put that snow down, so the snow will actually go into that now. So that grey will be sort of a snowy grey. Sorry, I missed comments then. I do apologise. Oh, okay, beautiful card too. I missed it. Oh, 23. Marshall. Oh, hello. It's all right. Goodness me. Well, birthdays are birthdays. It's all about priorities. You ain't got to say sorry for missing or anything like that. You haven't got to. That's what the catch-up's for, and I can't say it enough. You know, we've all got lives at the end of the day. You know, so please don't think you've got to turn up to. You know, you support me in many different ways. Bless you, and feel free, watch the rerun. Don't put yourself under that pressure by saying that to yourself. Bless your cottons, you know. Okay, so let me just bring that along there. There we go. Now, as you guys know, I have extended that slightly, just so our little birdies can sit there and chill. But there is your card, what you've asked me to do. So let me just put some stuff out the way and let's have a look for matting and layering. Crumbs are might. Let's put them out the way there. Right then, I don't think I need to add anything else. So I'm happy with where we're at there. Let's get some white card. Oh. Let me see if I've got some grey. Let's have a look. Black, grey, pink, very light pink. Oh, I tell you what, pink might go nice. Let me just grab that pink a minute. Let's have a look at that. So, okay. Oh, yay. Oh, look at the state of my card. That's fine then. Right then, let me just get some white. We're in action then. Alright, we're in action. Okay. Oh. I am still here, by the way, don't worry. I've only disappeared off to get some card. There we go. Right, okay. We're on it. Ooh, right, so yes, I'm happy with that. Okay, let's get some tape. Oh gosh, no, where's my tape? Go. Oh, I'm sure the fairies take things. I am on. Oh, I found it. There we go. They do, honestly. The fairies definitely. Oh, crumbs. There we go. The fairies definitely move things when I'm working in here. If it ain't the fairies, it's gremlins, gargoyles, anything bar what it should be. Okay, so let's have a look. Well, I'm only going to do like a lip of an edge. What I want to do is that crooked? It is actually. So I just want to show you then. So if you put something on crooked and you're using your layers, Oh, no, that's fine, Chris. Do what you need to do. Sweet, I'm only mat and layering. It's only the last bit of nonsense. Thank you for joining me. Thank you very much for joining me. I've really appreciated all your support tonight. Let me just move this out. I might as well finish the card. Even if I'm on my outlook crumbs. Nearly had me toe off then. Right, let me see what number are we using. I'm using the number 2. Before you say, no, I'm not having a number 2. Oh dear, mate. So I'm doing the finest of lines on here. So I'm using the number 2. There's your number 2 on the We Are Layering Guide, which are absolutely fabulous, because I just want that little white edge. In fact, I want it a bit thick. No, I'm going to go really tiny, actually. Nice white crisp edge. Let's just pop that there. Let's take that off so we can use that. Yep, perfect. And the best thing with these is you can never go wrong. Once you've butted it up to your card, you can't go wrong with them. Oh, bless you. I'm glad you've enjoyed it tonight. It's been some nice colours. Totally out of my normal thing, but I seen something and I thought, oh, them colours are nice. I want to play with them colours. And to be fair, you know, I think a grey background would look nice, but I'm going for the pink. Because I think the pink just brings it all alive, really. And plus, there you go. Look, that's the backing of the card. And I can't find a grey piece of card. I've got black, and black just won't do it, so it's going to be pink. So, there we go. Let's pop that down. Now, I want a decent sort of... Let me just say, so it seems to be a little bit of a mark there. That'll do. We'll have it about there. Just finding little marks of things now. Glad you like it. I mean, you can put a lovely bit of glitter on this if you want, but I'm not doing it. Don't panic. Just thinking out loud, like, you know. So I'm just turning it around. I'm using the half now on this, just to give it that nice edging. Let's pop my knife back on. So close your eyes now. Sharp, sharp, sharpy, sharpy. Sharp, sharp. It's a bit like, yeah, bright lights, sharpy, sharpy. So hopefully that's now inspired you to use some different colours on cards. Because at the end of the day, you haven't got to do... Yes, these rulers, you will never go wrong, honestly. They are well worth it. It's all right, Heather. No, you ain't got a sorry at all. It's no problem at all. But, yeah, there's 3 to the set. Let me grab them for you. So you have 3. When you buy them, you have 3. So, just so you can see, you've got there's number 3, number 2, and number 1. And each of them, basically, they've all got different layers on them. So you can see. And they are fabulous. So, one of the things I struggle is matching colours. Well, to be fair, none of the colours matched as such. We just blended them. And if you look on a colour scale, you know, it's a bit difficult to put them. I know that greys, blues, pinks complement each other. So it might be a case of, it's difficult to explain. I keep saying about colour wheels. They are fabulous, but if you're not understanding how to work a colour wheel, they can be quite difficult and maybe even intimidating. I brought them, but you butt up to that last one. Okay, so when it comes to when you use them, let me just give you a quick. I'll pick this one up. So, say for instance, we go for this lip here, yeah. So as you can see, oh no, you can't see, but we go for that lip here. So I would butt that. Always butt it up to your card, not the layer. So no matter what you do, always, the short ones, oh, okay, so yeah, have a full ruler, definitely. But you always butt it up to your card. Never butt it up to your light in that sense. Always butt it to your card. And then you'll always have that, you'll never, you know, you'll always have that bit there. So there you go. But yes, make sure it is the full ruler. I mean, to be fair, when I brought these, and I brought these off from Lavinia, it was only the one size anyway. So as far as I'm aware, the We Are Layering Guide, I didn't realise they'd done a short, as you do. But yeah, so colours and blending and everything else, you seen we ended up with a mess to begin with. You've got to trust the process. Please give it a go. Don't be shy to put down colour. Don't be shy to use colour. Don't be shy to use a lot of water, as you can see. But look what we've had. Gorgeous. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you've enjoyed it. Like I say, I didn't know what we was going to end up with. We started with a couple of tags. So we did start with our little larger robins because they're gorgeous. I mean, look at the, can you see the twinkle on that? Can you see the twinkle? Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I'm back on Sunday morning. If you're following Amanda, I'll be on with Amanda. Well, I won't be on with Amanda. I'll be following Amanda. I'll be watching and intimidating Amanda like she's done with me today. But yeah. So I'm so glad you've enjoyed this. I will see you soon. I'll post this up so you can remind you again of what it is. I'm just going to give you that bit of detail with the icicles coming down, obviously the birds. We've got that lovely bit of colour behind, just off that light, and we've got the lovely pippin coming up. I will see you Sunday. As you know, I will be doing my live on YouTube on Sunday. But apart from that, thank you. I really do appreciate you supporting me and turning up, and the banter's fabulous. Thank you, Sylvia. Love to you all. Louise, Sarah, Agith, thank you. And like I say, I'm so glad you've enjoyed tonight. Louise, thank you. Lou, thank you. I'm going to demount this creature now, see where it goes. Kathleen, Kit, thank you. It won't be a brown mess. Behave yourself. Marjolaine, goodbye, my darling. Yes, it won't be a brown mess at all. Look, this is what you're going to end up with. Watch carefully. Right, I'm going. Love you all. Thank you, Sarah. I'm off now. I'm going to press the X button. Do. Here we go. Bye, darlings. Good night.